So the seasons have changed in Abilene, Texas, and we're running our AC now because it's getting up to 100 degrees and it's only going to get hotter. But now that we're running AC, I feel it's a good time to tune the piano again. It's not terribly out of tune, but you can tell up in the high register, there's a little bit of wave and some pinginess up in the high notes there. And that's just from slight imperfections in the tuning. So I'm going to tune it again. And I want to talk a little bit about the temperament that I do when I'm tuning. So this is equal temperament. That means that all of the semitones, all the half steps, are tuned to be exactly the same distance apart from each other relative to the octave. Uh, and that makes it slightly different than just tuning, which would be where there's no wave on the third, so the third would be perfectly tuned. We compromise that so that all the keys can sound equally good. We compromise so so that we can play in any key and it would sound the same. And that opens us up to having the ability to play more complex harmonies. So it's a great system, but I prefer a specific type of equal temperament, which is called pure 12th equal temperament. And when I'm tuning by ear, this is what I strive for because the interval of a 12th, which is a fifth repeated at the octave, like that, you're going to want that to be as perfect as possible, which means that all of the half steps will just be a tiny, tiny bit more spread apart than regular equal temperament. And that means that the minor is going to be a little bit more full, and the major is going to have a bit more of a beat to it. And I think that makes it sound more vibrant. So that's my preference when I'm tuning a piano. But all the fifths and the twelfths and the octaves are going to be really well in tune. And so that is just some technical talk about a piano. I hope you enjoy. If you have some questions, please leave them in the comments. Bye.